maybe even stepped up for men for a reason, right? It's like, why the fuck would you think like you are on a level of on the same level as any of them? No wonder I fell in love with the song. No, fuck you mean, right? Don't know what you heard. We ain't something. What is it? We ain't equal. Don't know what you heard. That has been like the first time I heard it. Oof! It satisfied my soul. That's how songs be hitting me, connect with my soul time after time. God bless, great lyrics. But right when they channel it, anyways, it's like, huh? Looking at my surrounding, that's all I can fucking do. And that's all I'm expected to do of me on the road to know thyself, which is that's all that matters to me right now at this point, because that's all that matters to life. Life equals to know thyself. Man tries, even when you are living through the drugs, even when you're living through the muscle memories, even when you're like numb to your, right, your functional druggy, living the day, why are you doing all of that? Why are you doing all of that? Because it's impossible to ignore life. Life is looking at you like, really? Really? Really, people? Really, man? You think you're gonna outsmart what created you? I gave you the plant of cocaine. I gave you the plant of every drug that you could possibly create on earth, or that is created. I even gave you the idea. I'm trying to help you. Because now I mean the disease, right? I was like, team, no. Like, there was a phase that I hated medical doctors, the idea of it, right? The whole pharmaceutical. There was a time, something, right? Like, but like when you think about it, what is medication for? To numb the pain. Why? Because when you numb, the body could get it, like the mind can take a break. But like, you can't do that. This is what Jim Rohn, to me, that's how I connected that you can inspire the idiot. Now you got inspired idiots, right? Doing idiotic shit, right? So the truth needs to be, it's like, you can't have, that's going, like, the people that don't understand that the concept of medication or like counter medications by making it available to them, right? I mean, you can't trust them. Why? Because they don't understand the concept of it, so they're going to be addicted to it, right? Like, you have to first understand, hey, the numbing it is just to give you a break, so you could get to the root of it. Like, right? Is it like coming from being tired? Like Advil, I get it. Like headache is usually like a signal of like an overall scan of the body. Just rest. To me, that's how I look at it. I rest and I'm done. That's how headache is. A stomach ache is like usually what am I eating and how long is it been and how does the size of the stomach looks, right? It's like nature just right? But the point that I wanted to make right now, that I'm so like wow about it, and then she just said the bathrobe reader, she was like, within 24 hours you're gonna have like a big change. And yesterday, who said that? Wasn't Natija that said the 24-hour yesterday? No, it was Maji got the tea, right? And I was having all this download throughout the day, and especially like as soon as I hit that blunt, I was writing, like I was already like on my 4th page, right? And then Jadina popped out. She's like, stop continuing to find things to fix on yourself, because she's like, get out of this super healing energy. I noticed this, like, even when I was like talking to Thomas, my nephew. I was like, I just found out he lives in Bali, and I was like, oh my god, you live in this healing, da, 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 da. Like, I was like, I could come off as like stereotype. What do you mean healing? Who told you that I need healing? Not everyone needs healing. Right? But yeah, that's what Natisha's point was. And then I was just like, wow. I was just like saying, by when Badro popped, I haven't listened to her in a long time, and what she was talking about, I was resonating with it so much. I was like, oh my God, I'm already living that. I'm already living it. Because I was just like, right before like all of that, right? I just caught myself again. Just like how last time I wrote about it. I'm doing actually a project, right? How I caught the brainwave in action when the fear, when I allowed the doubt, the opposite side of the thought, right? Like the conversation, the dialogue. The second I allowed it, I felt the shift within my body, the vibration. I was like, wow, right? And then just now, before recording, before all what I just described happened, right? I was just like laying down, it's raining. I was just like laying down on my bed, listening to the rain. My windows are open. I love where I live. I love the architecture, right? Looking outside the window, I'm like, there's something about rain on a castle, right? Like, I was like, this is why I'm going to enjoy Paris, even when it's rainy, right? And it's mostly rainy, and I'm going to enjoy it. It's like I'm looking at the roof, right, outside my window, and it used to be this material, like the red. It's not a brick wall, but it's brick for a roof, though. And it just looks so beautiful. Like Vegas, that's how the roofs are, right? Made out of rock. And the whole architecture in Vegas is just beautiful. I love it. The reason why I moved back, right? Like, even when I'm working on myself, I want to live where I love, I want to live where my eyes get to see what I love. That's literally what I was contemplating when I moved myself out of Ohio, right? Co-creating with the universe. Those were the seeds that I planted. Right now, I'm just like looking outside the window, just like, right? Having a thought, and I was like, whoa. I happened to caught the pattern, what was going on in the brain, right? It's like, whoa, this isn't my thought. This is not what? I don't even believe in this. Wait, what's going on, right? Like, whoa. And I heard the war is in the mental now. It's all about your attention. How much attention can you give, focus attention with emotion to what you say you want? How much do you think about it and feel good about it? Or do you just think about it and you get mad? Right? Is that the type of level your wishes and your desires? Because that's wishful thinking. Desire should be at all states throughout what I'm doing and everything. I breathe it. I brush my teeth with it. I do my first thing, kneel on my knee in prayer with it. I take a shower with it. I'm with my desire. I'm aware of my desires. I'm aware of my wants. Those are two separate things. They keep you on this wanting superficial level of living, right? Because what was it? I wrote about it on my first book when Freud's nephew came and became the king of marketing in America, right? Let's switch their spiritual desires by superficial wantings. The birth of Thanksgiving, Black Friday now, right? Or the birth of how the world is living now, marketing, right? Especially in America, spending before you even get it. I remember the last time I left the job world, they were giving advance on your paychecks, right? Absolutely, like the world is like ready to cripple you, like ready to hug you in the cripple way. No, baby, I want to be on the top of the buildings. I want to be in palms looking down to my uncle's apartment just because I used to, right, on Sunday afternoons, I used to just look up and just dream. I just want to be in hotel rooms. There's something about being in hotel rooms, and thank God for the experience the flight attendant, right, that gave me. There's something, and I love it, right? I focus. I write good. I hear good. Right? It's all about knowing more of you in this world. Right? Like, I don't have to stay at 5-star hotels, right? I used to do this even when I was in Ohio. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. I just wanted to be alone. Right? I get good deals. It doesn't have, like, as long as it's not a motel. It also doesn't have to be like a motel, a hotel, a 5-star hotel, right? But thank God for, it's like, even the IHG points, how later on assisted me. But I never missed a customer to sign them. Because for one, it's just period. It's because how much I respect the rules that comes with my job. I'm like, hey, the company's paying me. I'm here to serve their purpose. I follow the rules. Like, I hate people that don't follow the rules, right? So like working at Holiday Inn all those years, it wasn't even years, Sion, okay, but yeah, having people to sign it, they want people to sign it. It's also like a private hotel, right? And I see like my coworkers don't do it, but I do it because I try on every customer, because I treat every customer as a new guest, right? For one, time goes fast for me. I never feel it. I'm relaxed, right? I'm having interesting conversations with people. People will leave me, like it could be like a 2 minutes conversation, but they would leave me like with something to digest for like an hour, because I'm that type of person, and the universe aligns. It's all about the frequency. It's not about you're standing next to me and we're like doing the same thing. That's what people think. That's why they trick you. It's all about your attention. It's not about where you're at. That's why I fucking said, you know what? Oh shit. Oh shit. Fuck every job. Fuck the bank world. Fuck the retail. I left everything and I transitioned to warehouse. Give me a good sneaker. Shit. Support to my back. Wear whatever the fuck I want. Listen to whatever the fuck I want. Like, I'm using my mind. I'm cultivating my dreams as I'm walking through those aisles. Working at Limited Warehouse, Victoria's Secret Warehouse. What? I'm designing for them. I'm walking in those empty, dusty aisles by envisioning my designs. Sion X, right? TJSX, Victoria's Secret collections. That's the life. You see, that's where riches is. Richness is in the mind. And it shows physically. It shows. This intelligent power is so fucking amazing. It shows what type of thought that you're living. This book that I'm rereading, right? Is it actually psycho-cybernetic? Yeah, it is psycho-cybernetic. Cybernetics. Man thinks his thoughts are a secret, but he lives it on the public. And the Bible says you will know them from their fruits, right? You can see it on a person's face, how relaxed they are. It doesn't fucking matter how old they are. I was talking about this. It's like there is a wrinkle that comes beautifully with the grace. Like, it looks beautiful. Like, haven't you seen like old people, like even their wrinkle makes them look so gorgeous? I don't know how, that's how deep I look into everything. Maybe not everyone is like me, right? But I know the fashion designers get me, the poets, the artists, the painters, they get me. Even the not necessarily artists. He could be a fucking engineer and a lawyer, and he could be a deep thinker, right? He enjoys arts and music. He doesn't necessarily have to be an artist to appreciate art, right? Some of us are like able to see things, right? Like throughout my walk, how I do, I stop and smell the flowers and look at them, take a photo. They're so beautiful. They're out there for you to look at them, be inspired. But are you saying that you're more beautiful than a fucking flower? Or you're so miserable? Like, no, I'm the type that I'm crying and I'm still admiring the fucking flower, right? I'm the one that's like drooling, my mucus all over my fucking mouth, and still stopping to take a photo first before I wipe my nose. That's how you have to live. You're here to fucking feel. Whether you like it or not, you're here to feel. You do everything to fucking feel. Think about it. You go to a job, you get the better job, to go to the better restaurant, to live at a better apartment, to live at a better house, to wear that better designer clothing, right? To drink out, to hang out, to be part of that private club, to be part of this, to be part of that, to own this, to own that. For what? Because it's gonna bring a certain feeling. Right? That's what you are. You are here to feel. Okay. So it's like, but when the key is respecting what you want. But like when you respect what you want, right? You're gonna have to respect the process of how man creates. So then the reason why there is this waiting period, a gap, right? Like, why we have to spend living the ordinary life the majority of the time, right? Because downtime is the time to create, and it's the time to freak it out. To figure it out, right? This is where you spend the majority of your time in downtime. Why? Because you need to respect and understand how creation works. Everything was buried as a seed before it grows, before it becomes visible. Okay, so how much do you love what you say you want is the key, because that's how long you're going to be able to entertain it, right? On Conversation with God, I think volume 2 or book 2 talks about manifestation is about choosing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Yo, this soda light rock is working. Like, I love it. I love how it's like resting on my heart and collarbone. Thanks, the conduit, Amanda. You suggested it the other day. I was like, what? Soda light? Let me see what kind of crystals I have. And I have a big ass soda light, actually. And it's the most prettiest rock that I have. I don't even know what it's called. I just bought it because it's like, I read something. It says it's about poet. Yeah, that's it. Like, out of the whole description, there was one. It's one of them is poet, and that's the only reason I bought it. That's how I am, right? But so, right, it's about attention. Going back to my realization, that's the whole purpose of this recording. The slavery is in the mind now. It's all about the brain, your desires. What are you desiring? Because you're contemplating something and you're continuously creating that. You are becoming that. You are living that for as long as you are alive and you're a human being and you have a working brain, meaning you're not mentally challenged, right? You are creating a reality. Oh, trust me, it's a very, very difficult pill to swallow. The first time I heard that, I went through stage. It's a stage that you have to go through before you come to an understanding of that. But you have to come to an unknowing stage of you become the creator of your reality. Why? Because you are a vibrational being. Okay? What does that mean? That means thoughts are vibration, right? Where do you see? I remember one time when Dyer gave this example. He was talking to one of his sergeant friend, right? And he said, when you open the brain, have you ever considered where is thoughts? Where do ideas come from? When you open the brain, you don't, right? So it's like, what is this thing? You have to like think. You have to be fascinated by yourself because that's what you are. You're a fascinating being. That's the birth of this whole channel, right? Like, there's something that you hear when you talk to yourself. And look, I'm living proof of it. And I apply it. I listen to what I record just like you. I play it. Mostly it's reaffirming, yeah, it's my truth out loud. That worked for me, that it needs to be shared because these are like specific stages that I went through in life before I come to this stage. You have to, the whole point is what? The base is the same. The base is the same for everyone. I talk about this. What is it? To talk to yourself. To ask for what do you want. To ask for what you want. What do you want? What do you want? But you have to be deep with it, right? It's not like superficial shit because that's just not gonna satisfy you. You're gonna find yourself you're gonna find yourself being in that repeated dissatisfaction mode. You keep retailing every Friday, going out to brunch, doing what they're doing, conformity, but you find yourself, you're still not happy. So like, are you gonna stop and ask yourself? Because that's what I did. That's where the birth of my first book came. What is in charge of your life? You become something. I think I posted a video titled, "It is inevitable for a man to become something when they are in solitude." When it's like when you spend time alone, you become God. Why? Because that's what being alone is, to be with God. There is your human self, there is your God self, and your God self can only be activated or can only be heard in a calm state of mind. I'm not saying you have to be in a fucking church building or whatever to listen to find God, or in the woods. No, you can listen to God in the middle of Chicago. That's not what I'm talking about. Again, because the point is what? The water is where? Slavery is where? The trick is where? The game is where? The key is where? In the mind. Attention. What are you paying attention to? Where is your attention? Is your attention more invested to you? Because you see, they know this is, think about it as like your marketing, the way man creates is with attention. You're fertile to manifest something into the physical being is in attention. They know that. So the more attention you give to the TV commercial, what are you doing? You're going out and buying their shit. You're believing it first that you need the product before you go to fucking Walgreens or H&M and buy that product. And go to Macy's and buy that perfume. They are entering into your subconscious mind. Next thing you know, you're buying that, right? And then what are the perfume seller doing though? How is he creating this? By envisioning his own smell and created this perfume, right? And he's living his dream. You know, like nothing wrong with that. We're not saying anything is wrong with that. But like, this is how creation is work. This is how man creates. 2024 in January, right? I had a dream. I had this vivid dream. I had a conversation. It seems like it was in a mall hallway talking to this lady, complaining about why does God allow the gap between where we're at to where we want to be. And then as soon as she was about to start speaking, I interrupted her. I just don't understand it. And she let me finish, right? And then she said, have you read the book, The Science of Life? I was like, what? No. And she's like, she was pointing out in front of me, and it seems like there was a bookstore, and then this book was like in the black. And then I woke up. I was like, fuck. For the first time, this is what I've been craving, like something supernatural. And I Googled it, and guess what? There was a book. It was like a fucking 4-volume. And guess when it was finally available? First, something happened, and they were like, this big library, they were like, you can only find it. So I went to this big library. And then I ordered it. And then I went back to check on it after 3 weeks, right? And then they were like, oh, it came in because you never came. We responded to our email. We sent it back. I was like, are you serious? I've never received it. I was like, okay, fine. Let's reorder it again, right? And then this time at my home library. And then it came. But the day that they called me was like New Year's, the day after New Year's. Ethiopian New Year, actually. No.